good evening to all of you. I hope I am audible and visible. Please let me know in the comment section that I am audible and visible. A very good evening to all of you. Okay. So in this course, we are going to start our general aptitude, and in this course only, we are going to bifurcate general aptitude in two parts. The first one is quant and the second one is reasoning. I know verbal ability is also there, that means our English part is also there, but we will cover in some other course. In this course, we are going to study quant and reasoning. If we talk about the quant, here we have some topics over here like percentage, ratio and proportion, average, profit loss, problems on ages, partnerships, simple interest, compound interest, time and distance, problem on trains, board and stream, time and work, pipes and systems, mixtures and alligation, mensuration, coordinate geometry, probability, permutation, combination, number system, data interpretation, etc. We are going to cover all these topics under this course, and this is a part of quant section. And here we have some of the topics from the reasoning section, that is syllogisms, analogy, alphanumeric series, coding, decoding, direction sense, cubes and dices, clock, calendar, missing characters, Venn diagrams, data sufficiency, decision making, puzzles, setting arrangement, spatial aptitude, and etc. Okay, thank you so much, Ranjit. Okay, now we will start our course from the very first topic, that is percentage. In this course, we will start with the percentage because percentage and ratio and proportion are the very basic topics which we need to learn before starting the quant section. So we will start with percentage, and after that we will cover the ratio and proportion. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Now, before starting the percentage, we should learn some of the things which is related to percentage, and which we are going to use a lot in such topics like percentage, ratio and proportion, time and distance, time and work, and simple interest, compound interest, and etc. etc. So here we have two things. First one is this symbol, and the second one is this fraction. We know first we have to learn how to write percentage into fraction and fraction into percentage. If I ask you how do we write percentage into fraction, yes, Priyanka, we are going to study in the sequence, and this course is bilingual. Basically, course आपका bilingual में रहेगा, English as well as Hindi, ताकि दोनों ही mediums के students समझ पाएंगे. So what I am asking, how do we convert percentage into fraction or fraction into percentage? This is a very important thing which we are going to learn first in this topic, and after that we are going to use this concept in each and every question. No, Aman. So just tell me, how do I convert my percentage into fraction? If I want to remove this symbol, what I'll do, I just simply multiply the term with 1 by 100. I simply multiply the term by 1 by 100. Now what I have to do, let's suppose I have x percentage and I have to convert this percentage into fraction. What should I do to convert this percent into fraction? What I'll do? Anyone in the comment section? How do I convert percentage into fraction? Ravi, regular basis session. Whenever we have to convert percentage into fraction, we divide it by 100. Please note down this. Whenever we have to convert percentage, or we can say the percent, into fraction, what we will do? We simply divide the given percentage by 100. But when we have to convert fraction into percentage, what we will do? We simply multiply the fraction by 100. By simply multiply the fraction by 100. And this term, or we can say that this concept is very important, or we can say the very basic concept. Now we are going to learn some of the fixed fractions which we are going to use in the whole quant section. And they are, we can write 1 by 2 as 50%. We can write 1 by 3 as 33 1 by 3%. We can write 1 by 4 as 25%. 1 by 5 as 20%. 1 by 6 as 16, 2 by 3%. 1 by 7 as 14, 2 by 7%. 1 by 8 as 12.5%, or we can say 12, 1 by 2%. 1 by 9 as 11, 1 by 9%. And 1 by 10 as 10%. Kindly note down all these fractions which we are going to use in our upcoming questions. Now if I ask you, if I am having 38, or we can say 37.5%, how do I write 37.5% in fraction? How do I write 37.5% in fraction? A very good evening, Sachin sir. Okay, Sachin sir भी हमारे साथ हैं. A very good evening, sir. How do I write 37.5% into fraction? Anyone in the comment section? Yes Bharat, full course होगा, don't worry about that. मुझे अभी ये बताओ कि how do I write? मैं 37.5% को fraction में कैसे लिखूंगी? How do I write 37.5% in fraction? When I see this percentage value, this 0.5 value, I recall 12.5, and which is equal to 1 by 8 in the fraction. So, if I write 12.5 as 1 by 8 in the fraction, and here I am having 37.5, that means it is nearly on the multiple of 3, right? If I multiply 12.5% by 3, what I'll get? I'll get 37.5. That means if I'm multiplying this term by 3, that means we have to multiply this term by 3 also. So we will get 37.5% as fraction is 3 by 8. What we will get? We will get 37.5% in fraction as 3 by 8. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? How do we write 37.5% into fraction? Please let me know in the comment section, is that clear or not? Let's suppose I am having one number like 566 2 by 3%. How do I write this fraction, or sorry, this percentage into fraction? How do I write 566 2 by 3% into fraction? Anyone in the comment section? How do I write 566 2 by 3% into fraction? All I know is 100% is equals to 1 in the fraction. All I know is 100% is equal to 1 in the fraction. Okay, let's see, Aman. Okay, we will discuss this. Can I break like this? 500% plus 66 2 by 3%? I can write 500% as 5 because I know if 100% is equal to 1, that means 500% is equal to 5, right? Now when I see this term and this term, I got my answer. If I multiply 1 by 3, that is equal to 33, 1 by 3% by 2, what I'll get? 66 2 by 3%, which is here 66 2 by 3%. That means I can write it as 2 by 3. And what operation I have to perform? We have to perform addition operation over here. So what we can write? We can write 17 by 3 as our answer. What we can write it in fraction, that is 17 by 3. That is 17 by 3. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, one more question. How do I write 57 1 by 7% in fraction? How do I write 57 1 by 7% into fraction? I have to convert this term 57 1 by 7% into fraction. You can simply break and convert. Or we can simply take the terms over here also. How do I write 57 1 by 7% into fraction? Anyone in the comment section, how do I write 57 1 by 7%? When I see 1 by 7 over here, I simply recall my this term. I simply recall my 1 by 7, that is equal to 14 2 by 7%. Okay. Very good, Priyanka. I know 1 by 7, that is equals to 14 2 by 7%. Now what I have? I have 57 1 by 7%, right? Now what I'll see, I see the nearest multiple of 14 which is equal to 57. What I'll get, if I multiply 14 by 4, what I'll get 56 as my answer, right? And which is nearly equal to 57. So if I multiply this term, if I multiply this 14 2 by 7 by 4, what I'll get? I'll get 56 8 by 7%, right? What I'll get 56 8 by 7%. Now if I can also write it as 56 7 plus 1 by 7%, right? We can also write it as 56 7 plus 1. What I did, I just simply break the 8 into 7 plus 1. Now this will give me whole 1 which is transferred over here, and this will become 57 1 by 7%. That means if I multiply 14 2 by 7 by 4, I'll get 57 1 by 7%. That means I have to multiply this 1 by 7 by 4 also, and I'll get my answer as 4 by 7. If I want to write 57 1 by 7% into fraction, my answer is 4 by 7. My answer is 4 by 7. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Okay, just one more thing. Whenever we are talking about the fractions like x by y, right? So this denominator value shows the complete value. Complete, or we can say the whole value. And this numerator value shows me the comparative change. This value shows me comparative change, right? Okay, one last conversion. How do I write 40% into fraction? How do I write 40% into fraction? This one is very easy. How do we write 40% into fractions? I know if I want to write 20%, I can write it as 1 by 5. If I multiply 20% by 2, I'll get 40%. If I multiply this side by 2, I have to multiply this side by 2 as well, and I'll get my 2 by 5 as my answer. So the 40% is written as 2 by 5 in the fraction, right? Now we are going to solve some of the questions which are based on the some basic concepts which I have learned in while we are learning the conversion of percentage into fraction and fraction into percentage, right? So here we have the very first question. Okay, here we have options as well. Try to solve this, then we are going to discuss this question. If 15 is added to a number, then it is increased by 20%. Find the original number. We have to find out the original number. What we have to do, we have to find out the original number. How do we calculate this? Sorry. Try to use fractions. Okay. How do I write 20%? I can write it as 1 by 5. Right? I can write it as 1 by 5. If I'm having 5 as my whole number, there is a change of 1 in that, right? We have learned if I'm having a fraction like this, then this shows my complete or the whole value. And this numerator shows me the comparative change in that. Now what we are doing, if I add 15 in some of the number, it is increased by 20%. If I am having 5 as my number, it is increased by 1 and I'll get 6 as answer, right? So here we will take the old number and the new number. So the old number is 5 and it is increased by how much number? 1. That means the ratio between the old number and the new number is 5:6. Now there is a change of how much? There is a change of just 1. And this change is come because we added 15 in the previous number. That means this 1 is equal to nothing but 15. Now what we have to do, we have to simply calculate, or we have to find out the original number. That means we have to find out the value of this 5. If 1 equal to 15, that means 5 equal to 5 into 15, and we will get 75 as our answer. So the correct option over here is option number C. Option number C is the correct answer. If I ask you what is a new number, then our new number is this one. Our new number is this 6 into 15 is our new number. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Please let me know in the comment section. How do we calculate this ratio and how do we are calculating our answers? Okay, let's take another example and we are going to solve that question. Here we have second question which is almost similar to the previous one. So what is the correct answer over here? What is the correct answer over here? If 25 is subtracted, now we are subtracting some of the amount from the original number. If 25 is subtracted from a number, then it is decreased by how much percent? 57, 1 by 7 percentage. Find the new number. Now this time we have to calculate the new number. This time we have to calculate the new number. What is the correct answer of question number second? Okay, how do I write 57 1 by 7% into fraction? A very good evening. How do I write 57 1 by 7% into fraction? It is equal to 4 by 7. If I am having 7 as my number, then there is a change of 4 in that, right? So if I write my old number and my new number, my old number is 7. Now what I did, I simply subtracted it. Subtracted how much? 4 from the 7. That means I'll get this 3 is my answer, right? Now, there's a difference of how much? There's a difference of 4. But we subtracted 25 from the original number. That means this 4 is equal to nothing but 25. So, the value of 1 is 25 by 4. Now, what I have to do? I have to calculate the new number, which is on the multiple of this. So we simply multiply this as 25 by 4 and we will get our answer. And we will get our answer as 18.75. And we will get our answer as 18.75. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear? Okay, now let's move to the next question, question number 3. Okay. If a number is decreased by 8.33%, then it becomes 7788. That means 7788. Then find out 50% of the original number. Now what I have to do? I have to calculate the 50% of the original number. And here we have the options. What is the correct answer of question number 3? First, I have to convert this 8.33 into fractions. I can write 8.33 as 81 by 3. Okay, what is the correct answer of question number 3? How do I write 81 by 3% into fraction? Okay, first tell me what I'll write 81 by 3 percentage into fraction. 4 by 7? No. How I'll write 81 by 3% into fraction? Okay. I can write it as 8 into 3, 24, 24 plus 1, 25 by 3%. Now, if I have to remove this percentage symbol, what I have told you, if I want to remove this particular symbol, I have to divide the whole term by 100, right? So, I'll write it as 25 upon 3 into 100 and this symbol, this percentage symbol is removed. Now, if I'll solve this, I'll get 4 in denominator and I'll get 1 by 12 as my answer. I'll get 1 by 12 as my answer. That means I can write 81 by 3% as 1 by 12 in fraction. Right? Now, a number is decreased by 8.33. That means if I am having old number as 12, my new number will become 11 because the number is decreased. So the number is decreased by 1, right? Now the new number is become 7788. That means the value of 11, the value of 11 is not 11, it is actually equals to 7788. That means it is on the multiple of what? This is on the multiple of 7, 0 and 8. Now we have to calculate the original number first, then we have to calculate the 50% of that. If I have to calculate, very good Sham, if I have to calculate the old number, then we have to multiply 12 by 7, 0 and 8, and what I'll get? I will get 8496 is my original number. This is my original number. Now I have to calculate the 50% of that. That means I have to multiply it by 1 by 2. So I'll get my answer as 4248. 4248, that means option number C is the correct answer. That means option number C is the correct answer. Is it clear to everyone? First, what I did, we simply convert this 8.33% into the fraction, and as I get my fraction, I'll convert it into the ratio of old number and the new number, and as the value is given, we simply calculate it on the multiple, and after that we will get our original number and 50% of that particular number. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Please let me know in the comment section. Okay, now let's move to the next question, question number 4. If 16 2 by 3%, if 16 2 by 3% of a number is added with itself, then result becomes 4956. Find the original number. Now what we have to do, we have to calculate the original number. Anyone in the comment section? Okay. What is the value of 16 2 by 3% in fraction? How do I write 16 2 by 3% in fractions? Okay, 4248, very good, Sham. Okay, if I have to convert 16 2 by 3% into fraction, I'll write it as 1 by 6. That means if I am having 6 as my number, there's a change of 1 in that. If I'll write it as old number and the new number, I'm having my old number as 6 and we added in the new number, in the old number, that means I'm getting my new number as 7. If the value of new number is 4956, that means it is on the multiple of 708. So the old number is also on the multiple of 708 and we will get our old number as 4248. 4248 as our original number. So the correct answer of question number 4 over here is 4248. That means 4048. Is it clear? Okay, now let's move to the next question. Here we having an almost similar question. If 6 2 by 3% of a number is subtracted from itself, then result become 5670. Find the original number. Now again we have to find out the original number. Very good, Sham. Okay, how do I write 62 by 3% into fraction? How do I write 62 by 3% into fraction? Very good, Abhishek. I can write 62 by 3% as 1 by 15 in the fraction, right? If I am having 15 as my original number and I subtracted 1 from that, what I'll get? 14 is my new number. So if I write the ratio between old and new, what I'll get? I'll get the ratio as 15 ratio 14. If the value of 14 is 5670, that means it is on the multiple of what is the value of question mark? What is the value of question mark over here? What is the value of question mark over here? It is on the multiple of 40 and 5. Very good. So what I have to do? I have to multiply this number by 405 and we will get 6075 as our answer. And we will get 6075 as our answer. Right? Okay. Next. If 64 is added to a number, then it is increased by 157 1 by 7% of itself. Then find the original number. Okay, what is the correct answer of question number 6? We can write 157 1 by 7 as, how do I write 157 1 by 7% in fraction? I can break it as 100% plus 57 1 by 7%. And we all know the value of 57 1 by 7%, that is equal to 4 by 7, and we can write it as 1. Now what is the value in fraction of 157 1 by 7%? How do I write 157 1 by 7% into fraction? We simply have to add this part and we will get 11 by 7 our answer. So if I have to write 157 1 by 7 percentage into fraction, I can write it as 11 by 7. I can write it as 11 by 7. So what is the value of original number? What is the value of original number? If 64 is added to a number, then it is increased by 157, 1 by 7% of itself. Okay. If I am having my old and new ratio, if I am having 7 as my old number and the number is increased by 157, 1 by 7% is increased by this percent of itself, then that means it will become 11. That means it will become 11. First, if I am having 7 as my number and it is increased by 157, 1 by 7%, that means it will become what? It will become 11. The difference between in these two numbers are 4, and which is nothing but which is equal to what? Which is equal to 64. That means the value of 1 is nothing but that is equals to 16. And what I have to do, I have to calculate the original number. That means I have to multiply this 7 by 16 and I'll get my original number as 112. 112 is my correct answer. Very good, Aman. 112 is my correct answer. We have to read question very carefully what was asked in this question. Is it clear? Is it clear? We can directly solve from here also. If the difference in between these two is 4 and this 4 is equal to 64 according to question, that means the value of 1 is nothing but 16. And we have to calculate the original number. That means the denominator is our original number. So we can get our answer 112. We can directly solve from there also. Okay, next. If 930 is added to a number, then number becomes 444, 4 by 9% of itself. Find the original number. Now again what we have to do, we have to calculate the original number. And the number becomes 444, 4 by 9%. 444, 4 by 9%. How do I write 444, 4 by 9% into fraction? Very good, foolish engineer. Okay, we can break it as 400 plus 400% plus 44, 4 by 9%. Right? We can write 400% as 4 and 44, 4 by 9%. When I see 9 in the denominator, I'll just recall my 1 by 9, that is equal to 11, 1 by 9%. If I multiply this term by 4, I'll get 44, 4 by 9%. That means the value of 44, 4 by 9% is nothing but 4 by 9. And if I add these value, what I'll get? I'll get 40 by 9 as my answer. Right? I'll get 40 by 9 as my answer. If this one is my old number and this is my increased number, or we can say the new number, then there is a difference of 31 over here, and the value of 31 is given, that is because of this 930 which we are added in the original number. So the value of 1 is nothing but that is equal to 30. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the original number, and the original number is nothing but the 9. So we multiply it by 30 and we will get 270 as our answer. And we will get 270 as our answer. Is it clear? We can directly write it as this, or we can also write it as in the ratio format. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next question, question number 8. A man spends 60% of his income. Now his income is increased by 20% and expenditures also increased by 20%. Find the percentage increase in his saving. Whenever we have to calculate the percentage increase or decrease, or we can say the percentage change, how do we calculate? We can calculate it by final value minus initial value divided by comparative value, and here we have comparative value as our initial value, multiplied by 100. This is a formula of percentage change. Okay, what is the correct answer of question number 8? Very good, Prabhu. Let's see. Okay, income is equal to expenditure plus savings, right? If 100% is income and 60% is expenditure, that means we have 40% as our saving. But it is given that the income is increased by 20%. That means now the income become 120%, and there's an increase of 20% in expenditure also. That means there is an increase of 20%. That means this will become 72%, right? So the remaining part is our as saving, that and remaining part will become 48%. How do I calculate the 20% of 60%? 60 into 20 by 100, or we can simply multiply it by 120 to get the whole value, right? So there is a change of 8% over 40 multiplied by 100, and we will get our answer. Right? And we will get our answer as 20%. There is a change of 8%. 48 minus 40 divided by 40 into 100, and we will get 20% as our answer. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next question, question number 9. A number is divided into three parts. First part is 33 1 by 3% of the original number, and the second part is 25% of the number in the value of the number, in the value of third part is 3535. Then find out the original number. So what we did, we simply divide the number into three parts. The first part is 33 1 by 3% of the original number. Second part is 25% of the original number, and the third part is given in the value that is equal to 3535. Now what we have to do, we have to calculate the original number. What we have to do, we have to calculate the original number. Very good, foolish engineer. Okay, we have three parts. First part, second part, and third part. This will give me my original number that is equal to x. And it is given that the first part is nothing but 33 1 by 3%. That means I can write it as 1 by 3 of x, right? And the second part that is equal to 25% of the original number. That means this should be equal to 1 by 4th part of this original number. And this third part is given in the value that is equal to 3535, right? Now if I calculate this both of these number which is given in the percentage, not in the value, I'll get 7 by 12. 7 by 12 is my answer, right? But we know 100% is equal to the 1 in the fraction. That means if I add third part, or we can say if I add the fraction of third part in this particular number, we will get 1 as our answer. That means if I am having 12 in my denominator, what I'll need? I'll need 12 by 12 just to make it as 1. That means the third part in fraction, it must be equal to what? It must be equal to 5 by 12x. This should be equal to 5 by 12x, because if I subtract 7 by 12 from 1, I'll get 5 by 12 as my answer. And what we have to do, we have to multiply it as 1. So if we have to multiply, we have to make it as 1, we have our number as 12 by 12. That means we can say 5 by 12 of the original number is given as 3535. So we can simply calculate the value of x over here. I'll get 707 as my answer, and to calculate the original number, we have to multiply 707 by 12, and I'll get 8484 my answer. 8484. That means option number D is the correct. Option number D is our correct answer. Option number D is our correct answer. Is it clear? Is it clear? Manish, 10 more minutes. Praveen, you can prepare too, right? Now let's move to the next question. A's income is 20% more than B, and C's income is 10% less than the income of A plus B. If C's income is 990 rupees, then find the income of A. Then find the income of A, and here we have our options. Okay, what is the income of A? Very good, foolish engineer. Here we have three persons, A, B, and C. And it is given that A's income is 20% more than B. If I'll take 100%, or we can say the 100 as the income of B, so the income of A should be equal to 120, that is 20% more than that of B. Now the income of C is 10% less than the sum of A and B. So sum of A and B is nothing but equal to 220, and if I subtract 10% from here, I'll get 198 my answer. That means the income of C is 198, or we can say it is in the ratio, or we can take it as in percentage also, right? If C's income is 990, that means the value of the value of 198 is equal to 990. That means it is present. Okay, here we having A, B, C as 120, 100 and 190, and it is given that the value of 198 as 990. That means it is on the multiple of what? It is on the multiple of 5. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the income of A. That means we have to multiply this 120 by 5, and we will get the income of A as 600 rupees, which is not given in the option. That means none of these is the correct answer. Option number E is the correct answer. A very good evening. No, Manoj. Option number E is our correct answer, right? Now let's move to the next question. If the length of a rectangle is increased by 37.5% and its breadth is decreased by 20%, find the percentage change in its area. Find the percentage change in its area. What is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. Now what we have to do, we have to calculate the percentage change. What is the correct answer of question number 11th? 20%. Let's see. 37.5% in, if I write 37.5% in fraction, I can write it as 3 by 8, right? And if I have to write 20% in fraction, I can write it as 1 by 5. That means, okay, 10%. 10%. Let's see. Here I can write the old data and here I can write the new data. And if I'm writing length over here and breadth over here, right? Okay. There is an increase in 37.5% in the length. That means if the old value is 8, it will become 11. And there's a decrease in, if the old value is 5, the new value is 4. If we multiply or we can calculate the area from these value, we will get 40 over here and 44 over here. So the percentage change is 44 minus 40 divided by 40 into 100. 4 by 40 into 100, that means 1 by 10, and there's a percentage change of 10%. There's a percentage change of 10%. Is it clear? There's a change of how much percent? There's a change of 10% over here. Is it clear? This is a very simple question. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next question. If the sides of a square is increased by 40%, find the percentage change in its area. If the side of a square is increased by 40%, then find the percentage change in its area. What is the area of square? Area of square is nothing but the square of side. Very good, Abhishek. Let's see. We can write 40% as 2 by 5 in the fraction. If I am having 5 as my initial side and we increase the side by 40%, then the new side will become 5 plus 2, that means 7. If I write the ratio, this is the old one and the new one and side. If the old side is 5, the new will become 7, and if we have to calculate the area, this will become 25, and from this we will get 29 as our answer. And there's a change of 24 over 25 multiplied by 100, and we will get our answer as 96%. There's a percentage change of 96%. Is it clear? This is a very easy question too. Now let's move to the next question, question number 13. The price of sugar is increased by 16.2 by 3%, and the consumption of a family is decreased by 20%. Find the percentage change in expenditure. We have to calculate the percentage change in what? In expenditure. Thank you so much, Clash and Attack. I can write 16.2 by 3% as 1 by 6 in the fraction, and I can write 20% as 1 by 5. Okay, 66.66%. Let's see. Okay. As we know, price into consumption will give me expenditure. This will give me expenditure. So we can write the old values over here and the new values over here. So the price is increased and consumption is decreased. So if the price is 6 earlier, it will become 7 and consumption will become 4. So if we multiply, we will get 30 and here 28 as our answer, right? So there is a change of 2. There is a change of 2 over 30 into 100 and we will get our answer. 2 by 3, that means 66. 1 by, or we can write 66 2 by 3%. 66 2 by 3% is our correct answer, or we can write it as 66.66. We can write it as 66.66%. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move to the last question of today's session. The sale of a cinema hall ticket is increased by the sale replace it with the rate. The rate of a cinema hall ticket is increased by 57.1% and the price of ticket is increased by 16.2%. Find the percentage change in the income. We have to calculate the percentage change in the income of cinema hall. What is the percentage change in this question? We can write 57 1 by 7% as 4 by 7 and we can write 16 2 by 3% as 1 by 6. 74%. Okay, let's see. Sale into price. This will give me revenue, or I can say the income. If I write old values over here and the new values over here, okay, this term is increased and this term is also increased. Okay, if I am having 7 as my old value, it will become 11. 7 plus 4, 11. If I am having 6 as my old price, this will become 7. So the income is, this is 42 earlier and it will become 77. So percentage change, if I calculate the percentage change, (35 by 42 into 100). 5 by 6 into 100. 5 by 6. 6, 6, 6. This will become 83 1 by 3%. There's a change of 83 1 by 3%. There's a change of 83 1 by 3%. We can calculate 500 by 6 and we will get the value as 83 1 by 3%. Is it clear? So the correct answer of this question is 83.33, or we can write it as 83. Okay, so the correct answer of the last question is 83.33%. So we will end this session here only, and we will continue from this part tomorrow at the same time at 7 p.m. Till then, keep smiling, stay safe, bye bye. Thank you so much, and good night.